Real quick, guys. The next person that I'm going to bring up, very interesting individual. I had an opportunity to talk to this gentleman over the last couple of days, and gentleman's very inquisitive. He's very attentive. He listens to understand, and he's very engaging with everyone that I've seen him speak to, including myself. This man, he's part of the Platinum Mindset group. That is what his specialty is, and he'll explain that. And he actually wanted me to announce and tell you guys a little bit about him, that he was legally pronounced dead multiple times throughout his life from 43 pulmonary embolisms. Not like one, not two, but like 43. So this man has been through the ringer and he's still here. He's still standing. He's still strong. He pushes through anything that gets in his way, and he meets any obstacle with determination. And he overcomes adversity like nobody I've ever seen in the short amount of time that I got to meet him and talk to him. So when he speaks to you today, be very attentive to what he says, because it's going to add tremendous value to you. So Zoomies, are you ready? People in the room, are you ready? Awesome, ladies and gentlemen, let's bring up the one and only Michael Economides.
How y'all doing today? Got a 43 pulmonary embolism, probably way more than that, because I call it grow pain. Like, so if I start feeling a pain in my chest, I'm just like, look, it's just a growing pain. It's no big deal. And I trust me, my friends, family, they get on me all the time. Like, you need to go to the doctor. I'm not going to the doctor. I'm not. So anyway, okay, so I'll start off like, I'm going to be teaching, coaching about mindset. That's pretty much, I think mindset, and I've proven mindset is everything. Like, you don't have the right mindset. I don't care if you have Christ, if you have Buddha, Allah, Akbar, I don't care who you are, who you go by. Whatever you do, if you don't have the right mindset, I don't care what it is, it's not gonna work. I don't care what you do. So, I mean, and it's even mindset can even save your life. It saved mine. I mean, if you think something, it's gonna happen. So, and my story is like it's long, but the part that just happened with the health stuff is very short. It's like 2018 to like now. And it was just that little bit of time I had all that happen. So in 2018, I'm gonna make it a little short and sweet. 2018, I had just a regular knee surgery and came out of the hospital, perfect. Started feeling pain in my leg. Went to the hospital, I had a clot, it shot to my lung immediately. And I don't know if you know about pulmonary embolism, but somebody dies from it like every 33 seconds. So it's pretty bad. You're like, oh, this is deadly. And I'm like, whatever. I don't really care. So then they found out I had 5 blood clotting disorders, and I had optical, neurological, and pulmonary sarcoidosis. I don't know if you know what that is. Bernie Mac died of sarcoid. They can't really study much of it because when it's active, it's quick. It's like my eyes started messing with me this morning. So in order for them to research sarcoid, it has to be active. Well, by the time I get to the doctor, it's already over. So they really can't do too much research on it. So basically, I had all these blood clotting disorders, sarcoid. So if they treat sarcoid, it makes my blood clotting go up. With blood clotting, then my sarcoid goes up. So they put me on all this blood thinner. At the end of it, about a year ago, I was on up to 2 shots a day in my stomach for blood thinner, which I had a 0 blood clotting factor. So basically, if I cut myself, I was gonna die. I was gonna bleed out. My doctor even said, look, I'm gonna take your license away. I'm like, I'm still gonna drive. I mean, really, no big deal. So from 2018, I just kept getting them, clot. And now I'm on blood thinner and I'm clotting. Well, I have an adrenaline disorder, they found out. So when I take the medicine, my body just kicks it out. Doesn't even do anything. So if I want to have surgeries, the anesthesiologist, my last surgery when I had lung surgery, it took him to put me into a coma. But a 30-day coma, and I was out for 3 hours. So my body just spits it out quick. So now I'm dealing with that too. So I got to the point where I'm taking all these shots. I got the blood clot filter put in. I don't know if anybody knows what the IBC filter is. They put this looks like a small when they put it in. It's about as big as a coffee straw. But when they open it up, it's big. It fit into like a CVS bottle this big, and they put it in your vein. So when I had to go have it put in, they couldn't knock me out. So he's like, "You're gonna have to stay awake." I'm like, "I'm gonna have to stay what?" And I don't know if anybody goes to the doctor and the doctor says it's gonna feel like a bee sting. I don't know how big the damn bees are, but it's like must be a freaking Rottweiler. So they have to go to the truck, somebody's truck, and get 2 ratchet straps, strap me down to the bed. It's crazy. They strap me down, and there's 2 big old huge nurses on top of me. So he's like, all right, hold on, I'm gonna put it right in your groin. I'm like, okay, bee sting. boom, and he hits it. It was just a reaction. I sat up and broke the straps. Like the two dudes were offering me like nothing, and the straps broke. This doctor was like, holy shit. So he's like, I can't stick you there anyway. You got a blood clot. I got to come out. I got to do it on the other side. I'm like, what? So he does it all over again. Now they strap me down again. Boom, I break the straps again. He's like, you got a blood clot inside. I said, hold up, dude. This is it. I'm not a pincushion. Y'all better go get an ultrasound machine and figure it out. Well, they found out they got it up a little bit higher. Well, like I said, I got the adrenaline disorder. So now my body's like a robot. They put the filter in. Instead of the clots forming here, clot said, screw you. I'm going to form above that filter. So immediately, a week later, boom, clot again, above the filter. They're like, we don't know what to do. We've never seen this. So I said, then take the filter out. So they take the filter out. I said, they can only take it out if I get to keep it. And they're like, that's not happening. I said, that thing was $70,000. I'm keeping that damn thing. I was like, when I wake up, I better see it. So he took a picture of it in his hand and gave it to my mom and said, look, I got it. When he wakes up, I got it. So I kept it. But just, it's crazy as it's going through all this. And it's like, but just pushing through. And it's like, I kept telling myself, you know, the doctor tells me, like, you need to slow down, stop working so hard. You got to change your life completely. I said, I'm sorry to say it, fuck you. No, I'm not doing that. You're out of your mind. I'm not changing anything. I'm going to keep on going. He's like, you know, you're just deadly. This is this. I said, whatever, dude. This is no big deal. But I kept telling myself that this is nothing. This is nothing. This is nothing. Because if I would have sat there and listened to him and said, I'm sick, I got to slow down. That's it. You're done. You're sick. Now you just whoop and you're done. It's like a body in motion stays in motion. Your mind is the same way. If you're not keeping your mind fed with information, keeping it moving, you're gonna do the same thing. And it's like, okay, so I had my dad's friend, for example, he found out he got MS. And he didn't say, I'm gonna keep pushing. He told himself, I got MS, I'm sick. I got MS, I'm sick. And he wound up like a year and a half later, he was so bad he's in a wheelchair. He shot him to kill himself because he mentally broke himself down. Your mind only knows what you tell it. Or, for example, if you start coughing, what's the first thing you tell yourself? What happens next? You get sick. If you go driving down the highway and you think, I'm gonna get in a wreck, your ass is getting in a wreck. I mean, women, y'all don't have to think that. It's gonna happen, but I'm just joking. But anyway, your mind pretty much knows, like, I'll hear, like, when I go to work, my employees and stuff like that, I can't do this. It's too hard. It's impossible. Stop telling yourself that. Nothing is impossible. Or like, oh man, it hurts so bad, I can't do it. I'm not the type of person that says, oh, I'm hurting so bad on this. Everybody knows here, I'm supposed to be in this arm thing. Screw that thing. I'm tired of wearing it. Does it hurt? It hurts like hell. But you're never going to hear me say, oh, I'm in so much pain. Oh, I can't do this. I've gotten to the point where pain is just pain. I don't think about it. You can't let pain run your body. It's because you got to know it's for a moment, temporary, and you got to keep moving. But I hear these people like, oh, it's so hard. I can't do this. Man, suck that shit up. Because it's not. Nothing is too hard. Nothing is at a point where you can't do it. But if you tell yourself I can't do it, you're never going to do it. Never going to do it. And so many people, and it's mostly, I see nowadays, it's in the early, like these 18, 19, 20-year-olds. Because they have to think zero. And I know you're not supposed to tell your employees this, but I say, you know what y'all's generation is? Dumb. Because just because they don't have to think about anything, they don't have to go research it and get the information. So when they do it, they Google, which I don't know who the hell ever said Google's right. I don't know why we think Google's right. I mean, whoever said Google's right, they could be feeding us a bunch of bullshit, which they probably are. But that's all they do. Boop, 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 boop. So when they get the information, goes in, goes out. But when I was a kid, I'm not even that old, you had to research it. You had to spend time to get it. So actually getting that information, you worked your brain to get it. It meant more to you to get it. It's like $1. If I give you $1, you work for $1. What dollar is more valuable to you? And it's just, when you talk to them or you're trying to tell them something, and on a job site, I'll have them say, they say my name 1,000 times. And I'm like, all right, I'm done with this. From there on, you either figure it out, think about it before you even call my name. Because what they do is they seize a problem, they boom, right, call me. How are you teaching yourself? You're hurting them by not getting them to teach themselves. It's just the biggest thing is what mindset is, it only knows what you tell it. That's it. It's not going to know anything else. You can't do it. You tell yourself you can't do it. You can't do it. I mean, I pushed through all this, and it was just because I told myself, I'm not giving up. I'm not, the determiner of my life when I go is me. You know, they say, you never know when you're going to die. Yes, I do. I know when I'm going to die. because I died. I came back because I wasn't taking it. Because in my mind, before I even happened, I never told myself it was going to happen. So I kept telling myself, I'm going to push through, I'm going to push through, I'm going to push through. So when it happened, my mind only knew, push through. Now, it was crazy, yeah. Like, they say you see the light. Well, I guess I ain't going to see the light ever because I didn't see the light. But I did experience something. It was like, so I experienced when I was out that somebody kept going, get up, get up. And then I woke up. Last time I was out for over 3 minutes. So I felt somebody kept pushing me down. Boom. It was crazy. It was like I was actually awake. And every time I go to sit up, somebody throw me back down. And I pushed and pushed. But over 3 minutes, I should be brain dead. I shouldn't even be walking. And then I'm healthy. I got out of bed right then and there, and nothing even happened. Because I told myself, I'm not going to let this ruin my life. This is not going to control me. I am in control. Nobody else. I don't do anything for anybody else. I do it for me, then I'll do it for you. I have to be happy. I got to do everything in life for me first. Because if I'm not ultimately taken care of, then you're not going to give somebody else 100%. And I've heard people say, yes, I'm there for my kids first, or this or that. That's great and all. But if you don't take care of your needs and you just keep sweeping yours under the rug, that rug's going to get such a big bump in it, you're not going to be able to vacuum it. And then it's going to go poof. Then you can't be there for anybody. So stop sweeping under the rug. Take care of you first, and then you can take care of everybody else. And the biggest thing is to say no. I've learned no. And it's been hard. But I've found out that, so with my adrenaline disorder, I used to be so pissed off all the time. I was angry. I was pissed off. I would yell. I'd scream. I was pissed off. Like literally pissed off all the time. Anger, aggression. I played in competitive tennis, powerlifted. So I was always trying to find a way to make me happy to put a Band-Aid on this. Until I started figuring out, man, I went through a divorce, so all this health stuff's going on, I go through a divorce. A divorce from hell. And I know everybody has stories and all that stuff. And that's one thing I never do. I don't go around saying, oh, your story's bad, but mine's worse. But it was just such an eye opener, but it came out of nowhere. So I owned a home and garden center and landscaping company in a city that I moved to for her, where she was the president of the hospital. So I go to work like normal every day, and I get to work, and there's like 12 cops there. I don't think it's for me. So I show up, they're like, we're here to serve a restraining order. Restraining order? From who? My wife. I'm like, what? So from that point on, I didn't get to go to my house. I didn't get to speak with her and ask her why. Nothing. They just, when you're cut off completely, that's the worst feeling in the world. When you have no say-so, you don't know what the hell's going on. And you can't find out. So now I'm basically on paper. I got to go to court. I go to court. I'm like thinking to myself, what the hell is she going to get a restraining order for? Well, when she told the judge that I had just bought her a brand new, I don't know if anybody knows cars, a brand new Jeep Grand Cherokee SRT8. So it's a pretty souped up Jeep. She tells the judge, I'm going to put her in a Jeep, drive it into the house, and blow it up. And I went, the judge says, is this something funny, son? I said, for one thing, I'm not your son. Another thing is, I love that Jeep. I swear. He's like, what? I said, I love the Jeep. He's like, what about her? I said, you know what? Fuck her. If that's the way, if she's going to make something up like that, give her the restraining order and I'm done. Because if she's going to do this, then she did something wrong that I don't know about. I can't figure it out because I can't talk to her. So that's just the easy part getting into this divorce. So it's almost like she went and she asked ChatGPT, give her a roadmap of how to get the best divorce and get the most out of it. So then, I swear, when y'all hear this, you're going to think it's like, holy crap. So a week later, I'm obviously living at my shop now. 6 o'clock on a Monday morning, surrounded by cops again. Come outside, I'm like, what the hell's going on? They're like, we're here to serve a warrant. I'm like, for who? For you. I'm like, for me? For what? Now, when you hear this, because Thursday, now today's Monday, right? Thursday, you sent her an email. Said, what? I went like this. Where the fuck y'all been? He's like, what? I said, it's freaking Monday. Well, you sent her one this morning too. I said, hold on a minute. So on Thursday, I was going to send her one on Monday. He said, what's the Powerball numbers? He's like, what? I said, because obviously you can tell the future. So Thursday, I was going to send one today. That's crazy. That's when I knew there was something not right. I said, is it threatening emails? Oh, no, they're loving emails. I said, what? Where do they come from? So they come from my company email address that we both have access to. And then I was like, how are they from me? Their name's at the bottom. I said, my name's at the bottom every freaking email. I said, that's fine. I'll get the IP address where they came from. I was like, let's go. He's like, oh, you're not going to fight us? I was like, I must be a bad dude. Y'all got all y'all, huh? Y'all scared or something? I mean, you'll take the whole force out here. So I go, and my friend, after I got out and all that stuff, when they grabbed me, my friend said, right when they pulled off, she pulled in. She wanted me off the property so she could take the company. So legally, now it's her company. I had abandoned the property. So when I say it's playing out, it's playing out. When I tell you why she did all this, then it makes sense. So now I'm in jail, in a temporary jail, because Hurricane Zeta was coming in 2020 at Homa. Well, my parents lived in Gulf Shores. I don't know anybody in Homa. I'm talking to my parents and stuff like that. It turns and hits my parents head on. So now I'm sitting in Homa. Parents can't get in touch with them because there's no phone service. They're the ones supposed to get me out. Day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4. I'm sitting there 5 days. I'm like, what the hell's going on? For email? So I finally get in touch with my parents. They tell me what's going on. And they say, the bonds have been set. I'm like, all right, get me out of here. Well, it's $1.6 million. I'm like, is she dead? Am I getting charged with? I mean, that's outrageous. I mean, it's crazy. I'm like, leave me in here. I'll get the IP address and I'll handle it that way. My mom's like, nope, we got your aunt coming to get you because what I'm about to tell you is going to piss you off. She said, the judge is not accepting an IP address. That right there just sealed the deal. Then she knows, then she's got pulled because why would you not accept the IP address? Because it's going to put her sending the emails. Well, while I'm in there, my attorney, I didn't even know this was legal, pleads my case and I get charged 2 felonies. I didn't agree to anything. I don't even know how it's possible, how it's even legal. My attorney had just won district judge. I guess he wanted to sweep it real quick. So I'm like, I get out there like, okay, yeah, the 2 felonies. I said, oh, 2 felonies for what? For violation of restraining order. I'm like, you know what? That's fine. I want this over with. Just give it to me. Well, it gets better. So I get out, go to my shop. She's there. I can't do anything. My truck's behind the gate. I tell my aunt, uncle, like, look, all I want is my truck. That's it. She's like, that's my truck. Okay. You pay the note. Keep it. I guess she thought I was going to walk, but my friend owns a dealership. So I call him up. It's like 10 o'clock at night. He's like, go over there and pick up a truck and just we'll figure it out later. Next morning, I want to pull up next to her at the red light. She's on the phone with her attorney so fast. My attorney's calling me. I told you not to buy nothing. I said, I didn't buy nothing. What are you driving over? I said, driving and buying is 2 different things. How'd you do that? That's none of your business how I did it. What am I walk? Would you expect me to walk? I fought with my attorney more than anything. So through this, when I say this is good, this was one of the hardest times is now I'm homeless. So I'm living out of my truck that I just got. I have nothing. I mean, I had to fight her to get my clothes. So then that happens. Then the next night, she's not at the property. I have nothing where I can't go to my property. It's my property. I go over there, they have the gates locked. I'm pissed off. I rip the gates off. I'm getting in there one way or another. The lock is not going to stop me. My property, right? I'm not destroying my own property. So I go in there, I'm sitting there going through my stuff and all that. Her brother-in-law pulls up. This is where the Jerry Springer comes out. He walks up and says, you need to get off the property. I said, dear, it's my property. Get off my property. I already called the police. I'm like, I'm glad you did. Until they get here, get off my property. So he walks away and all of a sudden this big old dually truck comes flying through the light sideways. It's her dad. So whatever she told them and lied and said I did, had him real pissed off. He jumps out the truck and says, I'm going to break every bone in your body. I'm like, good luck, old man. Good luck. So I just sat there and he did. He swung, boom, hit me in my face. And that's when I said, you know what? I'm done. I'm tired of this. I grabbed that sucker so fast, like a rag doll. I didn't punch him, but I held him. I squeezed him and held him. I was trying to break him. Well, her brother-in-law jumps on my back. Now he's got me. I don't know how I did this, but I grabbed him with one arm and flipped him over me. Now I got both of them. I don't remember this, but the police told me I did this. I see out of the corner of my eye, somebody's coming at me. So I got 3 people. I'm like, I can't handle 3 people. Supposedly I said, I'm going to kill you, MFers. Whatever, because I guess I was going to try to. Then all of a sudden, I'm in cuffs. I'm like, wait a minute. He's like, no. I just pulled up, and I saw you flip this dude over your head, and I hear you're going to kill him. I got to do whatever I got to do to get you off of him. So I'm sitting in the front seat of the police car, and I can hear him on his microphone They said, man, we almost had him. The cop said, what? Dude, y'all are bleeding so bad, you can't even get the blood to stop. You almost had him. You better be glad I showed up on the day because he was about to murder your ass. And it had been in self-defense. So I want to press charges, right? I want to press charges to the utmost. They send the paperwork to the house. I don't live at the house. Charges are dropped. It's away scot-free. So now I had inventory coming into my shop. She cancels the inventory. Files a police report saying that I charged on her credit card fraudulently. So now she's trying to throw another charge at me. So as long as if I would be in prison when the divorce is final, she gets everything, which I didn't even care. Take it. She wanted everything. I just said, take it. Instead of going through this shit, take it. That meaning to me. After everything came and done, it was all that. Ended the divorce in court in 27 days. That's how I knew she had pulled. We did it done. The judge is going to tell me I owe her $618. She took the company, the house, the clothes, the money. When I was like $1.4 million, something like that. I walked away with nothing. Even my furniture that I brought from my house that I had pictures of in my house, the judge didn't give it to me. So I said, and I stood up. I'm not supposed to speak out, but I had enough. I said, you must be out your damn mind. I said, if you think I'm going to write her a check for $600, you got something coming to you, you must be on some real good drugs. I said, because if I'm going to get a warrant or something like that, you might as well issue it now because it'll be a cold day in hell. She gets another penny from me. Oh, hold on, let me tell you. Oh, there's one more part more. So her attorney says I need to have a mental evaluation. Now in the military, stuff like that, if you have a mental evaluation, you fail it, incompetent, they can automatically have grounds to take everything. So I used to give these mental evaluations in the military. I already know how to take them. So I drive all the way, like an hour from where I'm living, all the way back there, get the mental evaluation. I said, let me guess, I failed. Yep. She's like, also, you need to take a drug test. I said, drug test? I'm not a drug court. I said, I just went and peed. Why didn't you tell me that when I went and peed? I said, I'll come tomorrow morning. Drove another hour and a half there, back home, come back the next morning, back again. Now, am I going to drive that far and be on drugs, pee? Obviously, I get in trouble. I'm like, something's not right. So I videoed myself pouring a bottle of Dasani water into the drug test. Okay? Sealed it, gave it to him. I failed. From methamphetamine. I said, that is crazy. You better call the FDA and have every water bottle pulled off the freaking shelf. I said, because y'all about to get some high-ass people. She's like, what? I said, because I poured the water bottle and I got a video of it. Why would you do that? I said, why would I do that? Because of this right here. Y'all trying to give me shit that I didn't even do. Now, lo and behold, when I'm in court, I ask about the drug test. Judge don't say nothing about it. So it was all just such pull. And did it almost break me? Yes. Going through that, I don't care how strong your mindset is. You get pushed and pushed and pushed and pushed and pushed and pushed. You almost break. Like there was one time I had a gun in my mouth. I was ready to done. I was done. I was like, I'm done with this. But what kept me going is I thought to myself, if I do this, she wins. She gets exactly what she wants. And what's crazy is the week before it started, we sat in a doctor's office and the doctor said he needs to have less stress because he will die from stress. That's almost attempted murder, right? So mindset can push you through anything. Anything. You just got to know that tomorrow's a new day. Tomorrow's a new day. Keep pushing, keep pushing, keep pushing. Have something to push for. Have a reason. Have your, okay, I'm pushing for this. You got to keep setting goals. If you're not setting goals, then it's pointless. Because if you have, what's the word? Not settled. If you're content. I think being content is the worst thing in the world. Being satisfied is the worst thing in the world. You should always want more. It's not, and people say, oh, that's greedy. No, it's not. Always want more, always want better. Never be content and never be satisfied. Because the minute you're satisfied and you're content, it's over. You stop setting goals, you sit on your ass, you become fat at home, eating your bonbons or whatever people do. I don't know what they do. But you got a body in motion, it stays in motion. Just the same thing, like if I told myself that I was sick, I wouldn't stay in motion. Anyway, okay, so after the blood thinner and all that stuff, I just decided a year ago that I'm done. I said, this is crazy. I'm on these shots that hurt like hell. Shot doesn't hurt, but the medicine does. You can only go so many spots, boom, boom, twice a day. And it's just like a pincushion. So I said, you know what? I'm done. I'm not doing this anymore. this medicine, I didn't take anything before 2018. I didn't have a problem. You start putting me on this medicine, I got all this shit. I'm like, I think this is bull. God's like, you're going to die. You're at high risk. I said, well, I take my chances because I'm on this stuff. I'm having more problems on it than off of it. Somebody dies every 33 seconds with a blood clot. Look how many I've had. Obviously, I ain't going nowhere. I'm invincible. One doctor told me I was like the Hulk. I was like, great. But that's sometimes what I feel like. But I have to keep my adrenaline under control because if not, I don't know if anybody has like an aggression problem or an anger problem or ever had that in before. I mean, every man probably has. But mine is to the point where if I'm around people that poke, it's hard to stop. And I realized that because the reason, I mean, I take accountability for who I am, yes, what I've done. But when you're around people that are not uplifting and they're always stressing you out or poking my parents. I haven't talked to my parents in almost 5 years. They live around the corner from me. You're like, oh, you're going to regret it. I'm not going to regret it. Not one bit. Because if they're okay with it, I'm okay with it. But not only that is, if they bring out the worst in me, I don't need that in my life. They're still my parents, don't get me wrong. But if I'm always angry and always aggressive and always mad, and my life is always in disorder when they're in it, I got to walk away from it. And once I figure that out, life has been, I don't get that angry anymore. Temper doesn't happen. I don't scream, I don't yell. It's so much better. So even though family is family, blood sticking in water, their bullshit is not. If they're not saying and uplifting you, they're not in your corner, walk. Doesn't matter. They're still your family, but they don't have to be in it, in your life. So I'm coming to my time limit. So just know whatever you tell your mind, that's all it knows. If you teach it negativity, it's going to have negativity. If you tell your mind, I can get through it. Is it going to be hard? Yes. People have this notion that life's supposed to be easy. I don't know who the hell told you that. Life's not easy. It's not going to be easy because if you think it's easy and it gets hard, you're going to drop to your knees when it gets hard. Know it's hard. Know it's difficult. You got to work for anything that's worth anything and just keep pushing and tell your mind exactly what you want in life. That's what's going to do it. It'll even save your life. I'm proof of it. That's it.